You want to know the killer of creativity, the killer of consciousness, the killer of connection, the killer of credibility? It's busyness. It's just being busy. So we have to avoid this trap of busyness. It kills, it robs you of your time. So many of us are busy, busy, busy that we don't give ourselves time to be present, to have our creativity heightened, to be able to have our consciousness heightened, to be able to develop relationships with individuals, to develop connections, because we're not present. When you're constantly busy, you're not only saying that you don't have time when you're away from someone, but even when you and I are together, you're not present in the moment, which means that you're not paying attention to the connection and how you can help me best or serve me best, and vice versa. If I was busy and ripping and running, looking at my watch every time I'm in a meeting, your credibility is diminishing in the person who's viewing you, because now you don't have time to be present in the moment. And so we have to do all in our power to avoid this trap of busyness. And the way to do this, or at least my experience of what I've been doing, what I've learned to do, and it ain't always been like I knew how to do this, what I've learned to do, and I'll tell you what I've implemented within the last couple years that has been very helpful, is that I've learned how to eliminate just activities, random activities and tasks in my life by just always taking on every activity. I've talked in another video about learning how to delegate certain activities to other individuals who are gifted and strong in those areas where you just may be mediocre. You're just stuffing your calendar with activities. You want to eliminate all of those activities. You want to eliminate tasks that could be delegated and passed on to someone else, or even automated by something, a tool or software or something like that. But here's what I decided to do a couple of years ago. And I even get people looking at me like, man, you don't do no work. Not that I don't do work, it's just that here's what I've done. Every day, I decide, or actually the day before, right? So yesterday, I decided what would be the 3 most important needle moving activities that I would do tomorrow. Therefore, I'm not busy. I can give the attention to those activities. If it's a major call, I'm focused on that call. Yesterday, it was creating this video for you, right? So I'm not distracted. I'm in the moment. I'm present, and I can focus on delivering you this message because this was important to me. And the other 2 activities are done. And so I'm not just busy. So in order for you to make sure that you're not missing out on opportunities, that's so many of us are looking for opportunity, or connections, when we don't realize we're so busy that we're missing opportunities. We're so busy that we're not attracting opportunities, because the people that we need to meet and talk to, they require you being present in the moment. They require deeper connection. They require a deeper conversation. And if you're constantly busy, you're missing it. And that's why busy people are always looking for something external to be the solution to their problems. Where the people who are learning to not be busy learn that they develop the internal skills, the internal opportunities or capabilities to attract opportunities, to attract connections, to attract conversations, because you're present. And here's the last thing that I'll say on this point. You'll also find that you're slowing time down. I used to hear this analogy, and it's in the sports world. If you've ever heard it, they talk about the great ones. Look at the language, the great ones. They learn how to slow the game down. So the rookies are frantic, they're busy. But the great ones learn how to slow the game down. Then they're able to pace themselves. They begin to master the game. They can see plays develop before others can see it because their head is not on a swivel. They've learned to slow the game down. So when we begin to eliminate busyness in our lives, we begin to slow time down. Seems like I have more time because I'm not randomly involved in activities or tasks and not being present in the moment that would take me away. And so it seems like my life is beginning to slow down instead of rushing. And I don't think any one of us want to rush into older age or into the grave. We need to slow time down. So avoid the trap of busyness. Remember those, when I said that exercise that I've done, two things: learn to eliminate tasks and activities, random activities from your life. But more importantly, just find 3 important needle moving things every day that you need to do in the day and decide on those things the day before. So that the next day you're completely focused and present on knocking off those activities. Watch how much time you have. Watch how much creativity you have. Watch how much consciousness you have. Watch how much credibility you begin to have in others' eyesight, because where they're falling apart or the world appears to be falling apart, they're noticing that you have it all together. You're in control and you're mastering your time. So avoid the busyness trap. Team no sleep and hustle to 24 hours a day. It may sound sexy, it may sound fun, but at the end of the day, it's a creativity killer, it's a consciousness killer, it's a connection killer, and it's a credibility killer. So stay away, avoid the busyness trap.